Hi, for today's Fun Fact Friday, I want to show you how to freeze a row or a column in a Google Sheet. This is especially helpful when you have a sheet with lots of rows or columns of data and you want to be able to easily navigate them while remembering what the column or row headers were for the information. So in order to do this, you need to log in to your Google account. I'm already logged into mine, I know, because I have my picture in the upper right corner. I'm going to click on the apps grid, also in the upper right corner, and I'm going to select Drive. Once I'm in my Drive, I'm going to use the search bar to search for the Google Sheet that I'm going to be working with, which I happen to know has the word freeze in the title. And here it is, so I'm going to open that. And now that I'm looking at my Google Sheet, I can see that I don't have any columns or rows frozen at this time. And I want to look at the information. This happens to be responses to a form that I'm looking at. And as you can see, as I scroll, some of the responses are really long and they go really far to the right. And they're just going and going and going. And it's really hard for me to remember what is column J actually supposed to be referencing. So it can be extremely helpful to have this header bar frozen. So in order to do that, I'm going to select the bar that I want frozen. You don't necessarily need to do that, by the way. And I'm going to go to View, Freeze, and you can do up to current row. That's what I have selected. You could also just click one row, two rows, etc. So I'm going to do up to current row. You'll notice that it changed and it gave me this little kind of thicker gray mark. And now when I scroll, notice that it stays in its position, but the content that I'm looking at now is continued to line up. But let's say that I also had information in column A that was going to be static as well, and I wanted everything else to slide along. So again, same process. I'm going to go to View, Freeze, and I can select how many columns. In this case, I'm going to do one column. And now I can also scroll this way and the information stays aligned. So as you can see, this is really helpful when you're working with a Google Sheet that has a lot of content. So just to recap, the freezing, it's called freezing. To freeze a row or a column, I'm going to go to View. I'm going to select Freeze. And from the side menu that appears there, I'm going to select how much I want to freeze, or in this case, unfreeze. I'm going to unfreeze that column and it goes back to normal. So I hope this was helpful.